We're finally ending the NAFTA nightmare. We have replaced a disastrous trade deal that rewarded outsourcing with a truly fair and reciprocal trade deal that will keep jobs, wealth, and growth right here in America.
Yet another historic trade deal for the Trump administration. The president making good on his campaign promise by replacing NAFTA with the USMCA, even as Democrats push for his removal.
Yeah, but isn't this the type of progress voters care about? Here with more, research fellow from the Heritage Foundation, Joel Griffith. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning.
So how will USMCA affect the American economy and the American worker?
Well, we think this represents a big opportunity for the American economy. Free trade between Mexico, between Canada, and between the United States. It benefits us. It also benefits our trading partners. If you go back 26 years to NAFTA, we've seen unemployment chopped in half in this country. We have seen more than 40 million, or nearly 40 million jobs created. We've seen household income increase nearly 20%, and we've seen manufacturing output up nearly 50% since NAFTA came into effect. And we think USMCA builds on this success. It gives businesses more confidence to invest, and this will drive down prices for consumers and increase employment opportunities. So overall, this plan is definitely a move forward in the right direction.
Yeah, Joel, you mentioned employment opportunities. Here's the Energy Secretary explaining how many jobs will be created by this deal. Take a listen.
You're going to see more jobs all across the economy, in the automobile sector, in the agricultural sector, and of course in the energy sector as well. We're looking at approximately 600,000 jobs being created by this deal.
Okay, so there's the numbers, 600,000 jobs, a lot of other data provided in that press conference there yesterday. But despite all that, critics say the impact of the USMCA is just going to be minimal. How do you respond?
Well, I don't think that 600,000 jobs should be considered minimal. These are real jobs. If you talk to our farmers, especially across the Midwest, the fact is a lot of them have been denied export opportunities. This plan opens up the dairy markets, opens up wheat, opens up poultry. These are very important to communities across the country. And more importantly, there's been so much uncertainty about what this deal might look like and if there would be additional tariffs placed on our economy. And this clears up a lot of that uncertainty and will give our economy an extra boost forward. We're 10 years into a record-long economic expansion, and this agreement makes it possible for us to continue that record-long expansion into the coming years.
Yeah, speaking of boost, USMCA will boost U.S. GDP by 0.35%. Now, the United States and Mexico have both signed this trade deal, but Canada hasn't yet. And apparently some lawmakers in Canada aren't too fond of this deal. So why is that? And should we be concerned that they might not be able to get it done?
Well, Canada has their own political struggles. There's some left-wing opposition to components of this plan in Canada, but I think that constituents on both sides of the aisle, whether here or whether in Canada, they're coming to realize that if we want continued economic growth, we need certainty for businesses to invest. And there are a lot of winners in this plan across the board, consumers and businesses. And I think at the end of the day that Canada will approve this USMCA as well.
We will see what happens. Joel Griffith, thank you very much for joining us bright and early here on a Thursday morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Joel.